Being influential in Generation Z. Welcome to the High View Podcast. My name is Jonathan. I am your host, and I am here with three of my good friends from youth. I have Preston.
Hey guys.
Paxton.
Howdy.
And Jaden.
What's up?
So today we're actually going to be talking about having influence in Generation Z and actually just having a conversation and get to know these guys a little bit better. And I've known these guys for quite a while. I mean, we haven't really had like too much of a serious conversation really one-on-one, but I've known you guys for a while. I'm going to the house and just seen you guys grow, really. I've seen all of you guys grow in the youth that y'all are in. And just like, what's his name? The guy that we had on here first, Isaiah and Jonathan.
Yeah.
You know, I've been part of their lives as well and seeing them grow into who they are today. And it's just really cool to see a generation that is attached, growing into like being godly men. I think it's amazing. And y'all have an amazing leader that is leading y'all in the right direction, Kenneth. And it's just cool to see, man. It's cool to see. It's cool to see y'all are all such good friends. But yeah, in this episode, we're just going to kind of have a youthful episode. I was telling them before, just be yourself, you know, and we'll just have a normal conversation. Wherever it goes. But we do want to talk about having influence in this generation and what that looks like and how it can be carried in who you are and just how you act and uphold yourself. But I will kind of get it a little bit started. Like we were saying earlier, you know, I think influence in this generation can kind of translate into how you hold yourself up and how true you are to yourself. In a Generation Z, something that what is that, Ava? She brings in a stuffed animal. Something that I've noticed or even that I've heard, I can't have that. Something that I've heard is just Generation Z is kind of seeking for identity. Mm-hmm. I think that's a big word that I've heard in this generation. And I think being yourself or being true to yourself and finding out who you are and being able to uphold that around people at school or at youth or wherever the case may be, it stands out to people. And I think someone who has that strong identity and you know who you are, it's influential. You carry influence in doing that. And it can rub off on people having that capability to know who you are and just translate into other things. So we were talking earlier, and we were kind of getting into the school aspect, into the youth aspect of how influence can translate into that. But what do you guys think? Like, how does influence carry into y'all's day to day now?
So, I don't like hold that much sometimes at school because I let like things in my life like just being tired sometimes just doesn't let me hold myself up well, like for, I guess, like in a God sense, you know.
Understandable.
Yeah. So sure. Like I got to work personally on my like self with like holding myself up and showing that influence properly. You know. That's
good. That's really good that you know that. It's really good that you're realizing that at the age and position that you're at. But so you in youth having influence, how do you see that translating into what you do? Because you, Preston, you're an influencing guy. I feel like you have a very strong personality. You're very out there. You know a lot of people. You're cool with everybody, I feel like. Do you feel like you know that you have influence? Do you feel like that's part of something that's part of your personality?
Yeah, I think I kind of do. Because like I used to like post those. I don't know if you remember. I used to post like the word of the day, positive word of the day videos.
Yeah.
Like, every single day.
Yeah.
And I like would have people like personally message me and say like, because of my videos, like it's really helped them. Like some guy texted me and said like I've helped him like stop smoking weed.
What's that, dude?
And I was like, man, like that's awesome. So
yeah.
Like I feel like I do have some sort of like a influence on people from school and youth and stuff.
That's cool, dude. If you guys don't have this dude on Instagram, I didn't tell you in the car, but your posts be making me laugh, bro. It's hilarious. The stuff that you be posting. But yeah, go check out his Instagram. It's Preston and then your last name, right?
Yeah, Preston Porhola on Instagram.
Yeah, shout out. But I'll put out y'all's Instagram handles in the footnotes.
Yeah, I definitely see how Preston handles himself at school. Like he definitely shows like other people that he's part of a church and that he loves his church.
It's awesome.
So yeah,
thanks, bro.
That's really good. I think that's me growing up, like personally growing up, and because I grew up in a Christian home, and I knew up growing God, like my parents taught me to know God, but I didn't really know what that looked like to have influence in school. Like it was more quiet. Like I know this for myself. I'm gonna keep this to myself. I don't want to tell anybody about it because it's uncomfortable. So to be in a stance of like, I know what I believe in, I know like my beliefs in Christianity and my faith and where it's at, and be able to be loud about it, that's huge.
Because like, if you really think about it, like people are usually scared because like, what if someone just doesn't like you because of it? But if usually someone will probably think of you as kind of respectable for telling, like, showing what you believe in.
Yeah. So that's what influence translates into. In my opinion, I think integrity, that's kind of like maybe like a surface level word, like integrity, like have integrity and people will like look at you in a good way. But like having integrity really does translate into having influence, because if you are holding yourself up in something like Christianity and you're loud about it and people know what you stand for, that's having integrity. And people are like, oh wait, that's a little different. People are looking at you like, I like this guy because he doesn't do what everybody else does. Yeah.
What really helps me is like, I just think I'm like, man, like living for God is like really like great. And I'm just like, I want other people to be able to experience that. And it's just like, I may be like nervous at school to like show that to people, but like, I don't want them like not to have that in their life. Like it's just so awesome.
Yeah.
I do feel like, I do have an influence on my school, but it's kind of harder now, like with Gen Z, to have an influence on them. But like, I try to get friends to come to school, so I feel like I'm being an influence on them by trying to get them to church, to learn about God. Like, not a lot of these Gen Zers know God, like know of Him, and get to like talk to Him and walk in a faith with Him. But like, yeah, I feel like just inviting people from school to church, like they're just like thinking like not everybody's just like going and like inviting you to church, like trying to like get you to see God.
It's different. It's real different.
Like I feel like a lot of people in Gen Z like know of God, but like they don't have like a full relationship with Him. Like it's a lot of what's the word? A lot of just like people who just don't have a living relationship with Him like nowadays.
Yeah, it's just not like a true commitment kind of thing. I think so. What are y'all's thoughts on this? Because I kind of have an answer in my head because of the conversations that we've had with a bunch of the youth before, on the episodes before this one. I've asked something similar along the lines like, what do you think about this generation with knowing God? Do you feel like there's something changing, or do you feel like faith is kind of missing? What do you guys think about that? Like at schools or even at church, because you guys see like a lot of different people come in and out.
I feel like there's definitely some people out there that like, especially on social media, like they live and show that they want to be a part of it, but like, and they put that on their persona, I guess, and then they do other things sometimes. So like with Gen Z and in that aspect, it's sometimes some people just want to have that look of themselves publicly, but they want to do what they want.
Gotcha. So what I've heard from other people that I've asked the question, it's like there is some type of movement in Gen Z. There is some type of growing faith in Gen Z. And another podcast that I was listening to, they mentioned Gen Z being the Gen Z bringing revival, like having the big revival coming into really the world and having the big change that happens into the world. The Gen Z is going to be like kind of the leader of that. And hearing everybody's stories of how it's been like, yeah, there is, like there is some like similarities between like people that were in school like years ago and now. But I feel like there is like people that are growing stronger in the faith.
There's definitely, there's people that are growing stronger in the faith and showing it too, because people nowadays, especially, are very vocal about what they are part of and their opinions too. So
I feel like, especially after a youth night, like we did back to school bash like the other week, and I just like, I was doing cameras and I was walking around the back and I just look out and it's just like packed. Like I've never seen it like that. I was like, man, this is sick, dude. So cool. Because really like we've all been here like in the youth ministry since it like first started, basically before they even went in the auditorium. So like seeing that, and I'm just like, wow, like this is Gen Z, like this is our youth.
We're really growing.
The community really grown, and everybody's really closer in our youth too. So it's really close.
I feel like it's like a very tight knit family, dude. Like people are really tight in the youth. Yeah, it's really cool to. I grew up in youth too, but it was nothing like that. Like especially like relationship wise, even like the preaching. Yeah, come here, Eva. Come here. The preaching. Yeah, like you're always going to have preaching and youth, but to have like a relationship with the whole community like that, it's different, dude. And I don't know, and I'm not a part of any other churches besides the house, but I don't know if other relationships are being built like that, or if it's just the house that has something like unique on it. But I wouldn't be surprised if that's happening in other churches too. Like people are really coming in tight and having good relationships with people. I think Gen Z is kind of tired of beating around the bush. They're desperate for like real conversations. They're desperate for authenticity, really. And I think that's what's bringing in the hunger for faith. People being loud about it. Like, I'm done being quiet. You know, I feel like it's kind of a wave of that coming in. How long have y'all been part of the youth? Who's the true OG?
Well, we all kind of joined at the same time.
Yeah,
Really?
well, for Texas, but like when I first came here, it was like when I was like 12. So like to hear Texas, because they had a youth in House Modesto, right? So when we went to the House Fort Worth, they didn't really have a youth until like we started just having these little get together, because there wasn't really a youth community yet.
Okay.
So we just had those, and then it just started growing. We started doing it. Did we start doing it first in the chapel, or
we started doing it in the kids' chapel once a month?
Yeah, I remember being in the kids' chapel like once.
And then they started going to like the auditorium once a month. And then they started doing it every week.
Yeah.
And
I think I do remember that.
And I remember when they did it every week, I was so happy, because I remember like I'd have to wait once a month to go to a youth service. And I was like,
I remember that.
Yeah. I was like, that's kind of annoying.
So that's really cool that you guys all kind of met at the same time. Y'all came to the youth at the same time, and y'all are all Cali boys. All of y'all are Cali boys. That's really cool. So how do y'all like Texas compared to Cali?
I don't know. It was way different for me in Cali, because I had just this small group of friends that I went to church with. Yeah. And then, I moved here, and then Preston came over here, which was really good for me, because I really needed some friends around.
So you knew him in Cali?
We're cousins.
We're cousins.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I thought you were just friends.
No, we're cousins.
Dope.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Knew each other since birth.
Oh, all right. So you weren't playing.
Yeah.
No, we weren't playing.
I thought you were just joking around.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But I think I like Texas way better.
Yeah.
It might just be because I love the house, but like, because I didn't really have like, I mean, I went to church in California, but like, it didn't feel like how it feels like at the house. Like, it just feels like family. Like,
I will say there's a huge difference in being in the Bible Belt. Like, I don't know if y'all have been outside of Texas besides California, but California is not part of the Bible Belt, and being like the hospitality and the saying of like the Bible Belt is like an actual thing. It's true. And people are a lot different outside of the Bible Belt. And that might be why. God is a lot more prevalent in the Bible Belt. I'm not really sure why. I don't know why that's a thing. Like why it's specifically the Bible Belt that has like a strong presence of God in churches. But it's very true. It's very, very true that people are extremely different.
And like the Bible Belt is just like a part of like the country.
It's like the South. Yeah.
It's like I don't know where it ends. It's like Texas. You know what? Let's look it up.
Yeah, I remember I saw a map of it. It's like most of the South, and like, I don't know. But like, if you literally just go drive down like any of these roads, like you see a church like every like
on every block.
On every block.
Yeah, there's a church like at every corner.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like my grandparents came from California one time, and we were driving down one of the roads, and it was just like church. First Baptist.
There's a lot of options. There's a lot of Baptists.
A lot of First Baptists.
Bro. Which one's the first?
I don't know.
They're all saying they're the first, bro. I don't even know.
Who's the true OG?
This is the truest OG of the Baptists. Some good water.
Thanks, bro. Yeah, so it's like it's all the way to Florida, Texas to Florida.
Yeah, like the South.
Kind of in like Virginia states, South Carolinas, in that area, and like even to Tennessee. But yeah, like a lot of the South has it. But like Alexis, my wife, she's from the East Coast. She's from Maryland. And when we go visit up there, like, dude, people are different. They stare at you. They're rude. A lot more like liberal people.
Yeah.
A lot just, I don't know. They just carry themselves different. They look at you rude.
Snotty.
Like you walk into the stores. Yeah. Like everybody thinks, not everybody. A lot of people think that they're better than you. And they just, I don't know. They just look at you different. It's a different scene. Like people won't hold the door open for you. Like, yeah, we have people that come and visit Texas from there, and they're like, people are holding the door open for me. This is weird.
Yeah,
it's different.
But yeah, it's like that in California a lot.
Really,
like because even though I used to live there, like I still go back and visit, and it's just like it's just so people are like so like what's the word? Like they're just like so self-centered.
Mm.
And
In California?
yeah, in California.
Yeah, I feel like people do have a lot more manners here in Texas.
Especially the drivers.
Really? You think that?
The drivers
Wait
are
till you
crazy
start
in
driving, bro.
California.
Drivers are crazy here, bro.
Yeah, there is like as a second like as some snow drops, drivers are crazy.
They are wild.
They do not
bro.
know what to do with ice.
I drive in the morning, like I leave here at 5 a.m. most days. I'm supposed to leave earlier, but I leave late. I leave very early, and there's people just flying down the highways every day.
gosh.
So I don't know. I've never seen California drivers, but I've heard that they are pretty crazy out there. But so do you like Cali here better than Texas?
I would say, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, I like Texas better.
Yeah, you like Texas
is
better?
way
Well, for me, if we're talking about people, I like Texas better. Like the people here are way better, but like
The scenery and stuff.
I love California scenery.
That's one
I
thing,
love
dude.
mountains and everything.
That's
I love
why I like visiting California, but I don't think I would ever want to live there again. Like
Yeah.
I love visiting and like getting those aesthetic videos from like
Aesthetic
for the
videos.
gram, but like I don't think I would ever want to live there again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked California, like, because I didn't live on the beach, but, like, as a kid, I grew up going to the beach. So, like, that's different from here, because, like, I don't go to the beach, but I feel
love
like
the beach.
I feel like I do like it better here, because, like, I feel like there's more to do.
Yeah.
And I feel like the schools are just, like, way better here, too. Because I feel like even now, like, I've heard, like, a lot of bad stuff has been going on, like, in the schools back
Really?
in Cali. Yeah, because I have friends that go there, and it's, like, it's gotten super bad in California.
Mm.
And, like, the education, I feel like, is way better here in Texas.
I know there's like a wild governor in California.
Yeah,
Oh,
Governor
yeah.
Newsom. That's
yeah,
the reason.
Newsom.
That's the reason why my parents wanted to move here,
Really?
because like during COVID, like
It was bad.
yeah, we were
Yeah, it was really bad.
we never like went back to school. Like I would go to school some days, and then some days I'd be at home for school. But like as in Texas, mostly everybody was back in school.
Yeah. It was wild.
It was like back
Yeah.
to normal, like,
Yeah.
really fast in Texas.
Yeah.
But like in California, it was like still in full on lockdown.
Except like when I moved here in Texas, like in 2021, there was just this one like Star Wars store that my dad wanted to go to, and this dude would not let us in because we didn't have masks, because nobody else was making us put on a mask or anything.
in Texas?
Yeah, here,
Yeah.
like there was
was
just
it,
this
was
one
it the
random-
Order 66 store?
Yeah, Order 66. I don't even know if that place is still open, but yeah,
I've talked to people that come from California, and when they were like living in the pandemic times, they came to Texas. They were like, "Dude, Texas did not care." Like,
Yeah.
compared to California to Texas during COVID, it was like Texas just had minimal rules. You didn't have to wear a mask,
yeah.
but like if businesses wanted you to wear a mask, like
Yeah.
please put it on. You know?
During like that, it was all that. It was like there was like you couldn't have more than like 10 people in your house or
Bro,
something.
I remember
In
that.
Cali,
Yeah, in Cali, and then
how do they control that?
It
I don't
was, like,
know.
they had curfews. It was
Dang.
crazy, bro. And then like, I wasn't even like,
I don't
people
remember
were-
having curfews.
you don't remember that?
I remember there was
remember that
curfews in
either.
Australia. There was like
Yeah.
you couldn't go outside for more than 30 minutes, and like
Well, it was
Yeah,
like-
their government's something else.
Well, it was like the governor said like you couldn't go out like past a certain time or something something like that. I
Yeah.
remember.
yeah.
What was y'all's first encounter with God? Curious.
First encounter, like oh, that's hard.
Like,
So, like, let me
pure,
ask
like,
this.
like genuine encounter.
Yeah, because so who grew up Christian?
I have
We all kind of.
yeah
All of them.
Mhm.
yeah.
You said Catholic? Who said Catholic? Someone said Catholic? No?
No.
Am I hearing things? So you guys grew up Christian. So y'all's parents kind of led y'all into Christianity and told you about God growing up.
Mm-hmm.
So do you feel like you're on your own faith now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what led you to that understanding?
I feel like not recently, but like it's been a while since I've really felt His presence since this summer.
Mhm.
Because when I went to kids camp,
Kids
my dad-
camp.
yeah, that's when all of us really felt them a lot.
That was
Yeah.
awesome.
It was really good,
It's really cool.
and and we just saw all these kids just worshiping God, and
Yeah.
they were just crying out for Him, and it was really good. And then so we all, every leader in there, we just all felt that. So
Yeah, that's awesome. It's really cool that y'all can experience that at this age.
Yeah.
I know me growing up, I was growing up around that too. I went to a kids camp. It was Discovery Camp, I think it was called. I don't think they're here anymore. I don't think it's a thing, but it was like that, like a huge auditorium filled with young kids just praising God. Big movements definitely happened.
I feel like one of the revival nights, I think it was actually Miracle Week. Miracle Week was awesome. Miracle Week, like I feel like
Yeah.
they just like go like into spontaneous, and it's just awesome. Like I feel like we kind of like mess around sometimes, like during worship, if we're being honest.
Yeah, I see y'all, bro.
Like we kind of joke around sometimes, but like sometimes like I just like sometimes I just look out and I just like listen, and it just like it's so powerful, and like I just like get on my knees, and it's just like I feel like during Miracle Week was something like I feel it like I truly like felt like his presence.
Yeah.
And, like
I would say the same. I had a good experience during Miracle Week.
yeah. They need to do that again. Do Miracle Week again.
It was dope.
Pastor Micah, do Miracle Week again.
Please.
Come on, P. Mike, if you're
Miracle
listening.
Week. Yeah, I remember it being good. I just don't remember like for some reason I wasn't like into it for some reason like really into it. I remember it like just being good, but I just felt too like I think the first time I really like got on my knees and just really like felt it was one of those worship nights. We had a worship night and
Like recently?
Yeah. Like during the summer. And then that was definitely one of those first times where I really felt it.
That's awesome.
I feel like for me, like most recent when I encountered God, I feel like probably was Revival Week too. Like just that whole week was like really touching.
Yes.
Like being down in the altar, it was like the whole altar was filled, and to see that like now is like it was crazy. Like just being down there worshiping. I remember like I was with Preston, like we were just down there worshiping God. We were getting lit. It was getting lit.
Yeah,
I have so many
lit.
videos.
Yeah, I run cameras a lot at church. So like there's times where I'll run a camera. It's called the jib. It's like the camera that sees over everything. And I always see these guys just going crazy down there.
Bro,
It's
we
hilarious.
get lit, bro.
We do.
But
I definitely like worship a lot more like than I used to because
Yeah.
I remember when when we had like revival nights before,
Mhm.
and that's when we were all kind of like doing like media and kids, and then we'd sometimes go into the worship service, but most of the time we just go to Subway. Remember, we just
Bro, I remember that whenever they would do a revival night, like we were doing media, and me and Paxton was like, "You want to just walk to Subway?"
Yeah, we just went to Subway and we just hanged out there. And then, my dad would get mad at both of us and be like, "Where are you guys? The next queue is on. Where are you?" He was like, "Dude, we just got a foot long sub. We're gonna eat it all."
be back in 20.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I did. It's amazing that you guys can grow up in an atmosphere like this. I know it's hard to see outside of that because you guys, that's kind of all y'all have known almost. I mean, I don't know like everything you've been through in life, but there's a generation out there, there's a world out there that is confused. There's a world out there that is like wanting to experience something close to what we experience. And it's truly a blessing to be able to be part of a community that we're a part of and see the movements of God that we see and just seeing lives being changed, just stuff like that. It's not something that's very common. You don't see that on a very everyday life, you know?
Yeah.
So it's a very good thing what we're a part of.
Yeah, it definitely is. Like, and I live like really far, so like
Peace to
yeah,
boys.
bro.
Peace to
So
boys.
I don't drive either. So like sometimes like my parents can't take me, so I just have to Uber to his house,
Dang.
and it's like $40. So like
Dang.
I'm just like, bro, I'm sorry, but I just need some Holy Spirit right now. So I
Yeah.
just like I have to Uber to Paxton's house and spend the night and then go to church with him the next day.
Yeah, and then you got good blessings like from Kyle. He drives you over
Oh
sometimes
yeah,
too.
shout out to Kyle.
Yeah, he
Shout out to
lives
Kyle.
kind of close to that
Yeah,
area.
yeah.
That's cool.
Kyle takes me to youth like every Wednesday.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you guys working right now?
No.
I'm trying to
I
get
actually-
a job. He got an interview.
I
at
just had an
Cane's.
interview
Yeah.
at Cane's on Thursday.
Yeah. How did that go?
Okay, I was really nervous. Like I was sitting there and then she was asking me questions and then she was like, what do you do if you don't feel like coming to work or something? And I was
That's
like,
a weird question to ask.
and I was like, honestly, just pray, bro. Just pray. And she was like, okay. And then I kept stuttering. And I was like, I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm just really nervous.
I did that with both of my interviews over the summer. I tried applying for Chick-fil-A and I got an interview there, and I was tapping on the table, and I was like, yeah, so like, is there? I don't really have any more questions. I was like, and I did not know. And then the NRH2O interview was bad too.
Bombed it.
I was bad too because I decided that like since it was an interview, I had to wear something nice, so I put on like some thing from my dad. I can't remember what I put on, but it was something a little nicer.
Yeah.
And then everybody else was just in casual clothes because it was like one of those group interviews.
Oh,
And
okay.
they were like, "What would your favorite teacher say about you?" And I was like, "I don't even have a favorite teacher." And then so I was just stuttering the entire time, just thinking
Dang.
about what it was. So yeah.
Hey, I've been there, bro. Interviews are hard. Even like now, dude. Like interviewing any job, I feel like it's always a little uncomfortable unless you're like a confrontational person, like you want to be pressured.
Mhm.
It's always uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You're not working right now?
No,
Do you want to get a job?
I want to. I mean, I kind of like. I'll go work with Jonathan. You know his
Okay, yeah.
landscaping business.
Yeah,
I'll
landscaping.
do that with him sometimes.
That's cool.
But he's younger than us, so
Yeah.
he's only 15, so it's harder for him.
Oh,
to
so
get
y'all
a
are
job.
16?
Yeah, we're 16.
Okay.
And I like applied for like Andy's and like Slim Chickens. Shout out them. Please hire me. Anyways,
No sponsorship.
yeah, no sponsorship. But yeah, I sent those out. I haven't got an answer yet. But you know,
Their computer's probably down.
right? Yeah, their
Wi-Fi
their
went
phone's
out.
probably dead. You know.
Yeah, but even in cases like that, dude, like when you have a job, when you go into that field, carrying yourself different and having the same statute of what you do in school and church.
Yeah.
Just carrying that everywhere, bro. Not changing who you are. Like just staying true to who you are. You're gonna have influence in that too.
Yeah.
Like the influence is gonna carry through that. People are gonna notice you're different. People are gonna see you and might even find God through you. You know, if you know, it's just staying true to yourself. Like there's a compliment someone said. What was it? It was a long time ago. They're like, the best compliment is. I've said this in an episode. I forget. I'm so inspired by you just being you. So like just your natural personality. Like, dude, you inspire me by who you are. Like if someone can be true to themselves and not try to act like someone else and not have a question about their identity, it's like, dang, that guy's different. It's just different.
It's like Paxton.
I'm special.
I'm proud of you, Paxton, for being Paxton. Thank you.
Yeah, you guys are cool. I think y'all have a pretty good grasp going on. I feel like y'all have a good foundation that y'all's parents have set, and y'all are in the environment constantly of who God is and finding out more about yourselves. And like y'all said, y'all felt God like in revival week or miracle week, whatever the worship night. The more like you grow and get older, I'm not the oldest guy. I'm turning 26 Monday. Actually, my birthday's right around the corner.
It's pretty
But
young.
the more you grow with God, and it's never just like an instant thing. You don't just have a relationship with God and you start having like these crazy encounters that everybody talks about. You don't have to be like as good as. I feel this is my thought. I think everybody has a thought that they have to be as good as the preacher that's on the stage, and you don't. Not everybody has the calling to be a preacher. Some people have a specific calling, like even in the Bible, like Matthew or Peter. Peter was a fisherman. Matthew was a tax collector. I don't think it was out of God's will that they were doing those jobs. Like they had a specific calling when they were born to do a certain thing, and that's what they were doing. And God just called them to do something else. But I think we have specific callings, and it's not always to just preach to people. Like we have callings to reach specific people in specific groups. And I think when you stay true to that's when your influence is the most loudest.
Recently, I joined like my school's worship team for like Wednesday chapel or whatever. Okay. And I play the electric guitar for it. And I know all my parts, but they just gave me this pedal board, and I don't know. My guitar was like way out of tune when we started it, which I didn't know until we started. And then I was like, tried tuning it right during prayer, like my sound was on, so I went like it just like, boom. And it was really funny. And then I didn't know how to tune it for like the whole first song, so I was just sitting there like trying to figure it out. Dang. And then it just threw me out for the rest of the thing. It was really funny though.
Yeah.
It was really funny.
Do you play any other instruments?
Not really.
No.
Preston's playing the drums.
I'm playing.
Oh yeah,
I'm playing the drums, guys.
That's cool. We're gonna start a little band or what?
Yeah, a little band.
He can play guitar.
Yeah,
He can play acoustic.
Acoustic. Yeah.
Acoustic.
Who taught you how to play?
Pastor Preston taught me.
Yeah.
No, I mean I taught myself, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of.
Yeah.
And then I started going to the lessons, and then I'm out of lessons now because
I can play the triangle.
I can play a xylophone.
I'm just learning from YouTube right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I tried, dude. I bought I have a guitar right here.
Mm-hmm.
I have a guitar in there, and I had like a whole like phase. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna teach myself guitar and learn how to do it. I did it for like 2 weeks. It's been sitting there collecting dust now. But I've always wanted to learn how to play an instrument. I think it's dope. I think it's
Yeah.
a cool expression, art expression. But I just never got around to it. I don't know. Never put the dedication behind it.
No, I'm really happy I had that motivation to learn it over like the past 2 years because I first got like one like 2 years ago and then I just like kept doing it. I don't know, kept learning,
Yeah.
which I'm happy about.
So outside of this friend group, do y'all have kind of other friend groups in youth that y'all
In
hang out
youth?
with?
Mm-hmm.
We kind of just have like this big guys. It's guys and girls, but like this big group. It has like me, Paxton, Jaden, Jonathan, and Isaiah, who were on the other week. But we kind of just talk to everyone, to be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like obviously the core group is like us, Jonathan, and then Colin, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
We have like a core OG youth,
Big Bertha.
Big Bertha.
Is that what it's called?
That's the group chat.
That's the
name.
gang?
It's the group chat.
Yeah.
Big Bertha. When y'all are together, like when y'all are at football games, whatever, like hanging out, do y'all feel like it's a common thing, a weird thing, or is it usual to talk about God, or even like just spiritual things?
Like,
I mean,
like just at a football game, or like
just
at
hanging out,
hangout?
you know, even
It
at someone's
depends,
house or
like,
something.
It depends. Like if we're at a football game, I'm gonna be like, huzzah!
Yeah, right.
But like
Hip
if we're like
hooray.
hanging out, I feel like there's times where we do. But like,
Yeah.
yeah. Like if we're hanging out and the conversation comes up, I mean, like if you're at a football game, it's loud. Like you're not like
Sure.
yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
if the conversation comes up, you'll like I'll definitely say something about it. But I don't know. I should try to bring it up a little more. But yeah.
There is times like where we're going out to eat and like we just like kind of just talk and like we kind of just give each other advice.
That's awesome. That's really good. It's really, dude, I'm just like seeing the conversations that I've had with the other youth people and you guys. I have like a heart of gratitude for all of y'all. Like I'm so grateful that you guys have that. You guys are growing up with that because it is so strong to have community. It's so important to have community. Like you guys always being together and knowing what y'all are constantly sharpening each other.
Mm.
Y'all aren't going to lead each other down. You know, y'all aren't going to lead each other down like a bad life and make bad decisions. You know, like obviously like we're young, you know, so we do like wild stuff sometimes. I grew up, I knew what it's like to be a young kid, you know, but you're not going to do anything like that's going to betray y'all or do bad things.
Getting kicked out of McDonald's for going out the fire exit door.
No. It was she hit the alarm because Jonathan was up in the playground screaming.
Really?
That's what happened.
No, we have like like our core group. We have like a history of getting kicked out of places.
Like we got Jaden's gotten kicked out of Brahms.
Wait, when did that happen? Oh yeah, that's when you screamed into Brahms. We just be screaming.
no,
in
that was Jonathan. Jonathan got us kicked
No,
out.
you scream. You start doing that scream laugh thing you do when you find something like barely funny. And you go,
And then we almost got kicked out of Target.
oh, that's it, because Preston was being really loud.
No, that wasn't because Isaiah.
Oh,
Isaiah was throwing balls across the store.
and then
we
Preston and Jonathan went on the handicap
Preston and
carts.
Isaiah got bike helmets, like unicorn bike helmets, and got on the old lady carts
Bro,
and started driving them around.
you know what y'all should do?
What?
Let's create a YouTube channel. Call it Big Bertha.
Shoot.
The Big Bertha YouTube channel.
with the profile picture.
Yeah. Wait, which one?
The lady.
Who is that? Is that the yearbook photo picture?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
And then y'all can just like have videos of y'all getting kicked out of places. And
That actually would be pretty cool.
no, y'all should do something like that. I feel like y'all would be good on YouTube or like video and stuff like that. Like y'all's dynamic and friend group that y'all have, y'all would be pretty good.
Yeah.
Especially, you've done it before, yeah?
The one what, a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to have merch and everything.
Yeah. I miss Prez Outdoors, Preston.
Prez Outdoors. I still have it up. Go follow Prez Outdoors on YouTube.
Prez
Nintendo
Outdoors.
Boy 21.
We'll put it in the foot. If y'all send me y'all stuff, I'll put it all.
I don't have a YouTube channel. I'm just saying his old name.
Oh, okay. Preston, you told me earlier before we started that you used to do a podcast.
Yes, I did.
What was your podcast about?
The Fishing
The Fishing Frenzy podcast. We would just I would just have like my friends on. Like we did it on a Zoom call.
We just
And then I did a couple like,
Oh, Zoom.
yeah.
Okay.
Like cuz you can record like
That's
the
cool.
Zoom.
Yeah.
But like and then I did a couple in-person ones. Like I went to Colin's house and filmed it with a couple cameras.
Yeah, and then you went to my house.
And then I went to his house because like I would put like a GoPro and then like my actual camera, and then It was a little ghetto the
It
way I would
was-
film it, but like not as cool as this. But like I was
We
like,
were, like,
13 years
13
old.
years
so.
old, so we were pretty cringy when we filmed them.
What's up, guys?
Hey,
Welcome
what's up?
back.
I didn't start like this either, bro. This took time. Definitely took time.
Yeah.
I think one time we did like we reacted to Darman YouTube videos or like
Yeah, and then
it was-
Frank called like random like stores or something, and then there was that one time when Colin did the Zoom call with it, and then just like took all my jokes I was saying at the time. So we wrote them on a Microsoft Note, and I had these questions for you, and I was watching the video, and I was like, those are my jokes that I've said to him before, and then I'd commented on the video, all mad and everything, because I was petty. I was being petty because I was 13. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny, dude. But you should do it again. Maybe like y'all should all three start a podcast.
Bring the Big Bertha podcast.
The Big Bertha podcast.
Big Bertha.
The Big Bertha channel.
The Big Bertha channel and the Big Bertha podcast. Big Bertha channel in Spanish,
Ooh,
like Mr.
Espanol.
Beast, Espanol, and in French.
Me gusta.
That's not French.
Dude, no, I would support it. We could do a collab. We'll switch episodes.
Dude,
Could
that'd
do
be
it.
so sick.
Or you, dude, even if you had like
I'll rent out the studio.
Sure, bro. I'll let you use it. Even have like a Christian podcast, or like not even like a Christian podcast, just like where y'all have
I think we
youth conversations or something.
Yeah, we just be yapping sometimes.
Yeah.
We do.
It's really what we do here, bro. Like sometimes I like to just free flow. I don't really like too much structure.
Mhm.
Like I feel like when there's too much structure, I
It's
don't.
stressful.
Yeah, sometimes like that, and I just don't feel like I do too well with it. Like I like to free flow sometimes. And
Yeah.
let my brain go wherever, and that's just my personality. So I want my personality to be part of the podcast. You know, I don't want that to be expressed. But you should do that, bro. Think about it. Y'all should do it.
Because like I know how to work. Like I know how to do cameras and stuff. So like I feel like it wouldn't be like that hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like and I edit stuff. Like I'm like in the summertime I was an intern
Intern
for
Peyton
the church.
Tuttle.
Yeah,
Peyton.
Peyton. Shout out Peyton.
Yeah,
shout
But I
out
would
Peyton.
go there like almost every single day during the week in the summertime, and I would like make a lot of the social media posts that they would make. Like I made a couple like promos, baptism videos. I made a lot of the sermon clips. So like I know how to like work editing and stuff. So
Yeah. So one thing I asked Isaiah and Jonathan, kind of towards the end of the episode, just like this. What do y'all see y'all's life being in a couple years down the road? And what is y'all's vision for y'all's life?
I see myself doing some sort of like ministry, like creative stuff. Like I can see myself doing creative stuff and I can see like I want to like do it for like God. Like I want to like reach people like that.
Yeah, I can see that on you. You definitely have the creative look.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, I see it, bro.
Cause like I don't know, like especially in the summertime, I was like, this is so cool. Like, just it's so cool to like work with like and see like like all the pastors and stuff, and like I don't know, it just feels like family. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just so cool. Like, and I love like expressing myself through like the videos I post or like the stuff I make. You know,
It's awesome, dude. I love that.
Yeah. So I have like two things, I guess. I definitely wanted to do something with music in the future. I don't know if I could do it. I can't do it right now because like I don't know how to make music like myself.
Right.
But and then there's also I want to like get a job that I can do like remotely from my computer, so I can travel a bunch and just see like, because I'd rather not stay like in one place settled all the time while I'm young, you know, as an adult. And then so I definitely want to go see a lot like the world, I guess.
Yeah, there's a whole world out there.
Yeah, a whole world out there.
yeah,
And-
it's so cool because me and Paxton's cousin like he works remotely and like he like goes everywhere, like
Really?
like everywhere. He's like not in one spot for like a week. Like he's like all around the country, around the world.
That's how I am too, bro. Me and Lex were literally just talking about this before I went to go get y'all. Like, we want to have a business where we can work remote so we can go everywhere, because we want to travel. We want to go places and do things. Like, I don't want to be, eventually I'm going to move out of Texas. Like, eventually. Not anytime soon. But I want to go see the world. You know, there's a whole world out there, man. There's no reason to stay stagnant.
Yes,
Yeah.
and then me and Preston kind of had an idea a while ago to like, you know, he could do some photography like job, just traveling too.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking start like with seeing America first, because I haven't seen much of the country, you know.
Yeah, it's
So,
beautiful.
Yeah,
a
it's
lot of beautiful
country.
places here.
So yeah, and then Preston we could go like go road tripping, you know,
Bro,
live out of a car.
Those videos are so cool. Like I scroll on TikTok and there's like these people, like this big group of friends, and they live like in a van and they post videos, and it's like it's so cool. Like
Yeah,
it just,
and then there's those photography, those like what are they like photography jobs you can get
like there's
freelance.
people where like like where they make stuff for brands remotely and stuff. But because like I agree with Paxton. Like I want to see the world, because like who knows what it's gonna look like in like 10 years.
Right.
Like it's kind of going downhill. So
Yeah.
no bueno.
No bueno.
For sure. What about you, bro? Kind of a vision for your life?
I like basketball, but
He's a hooper.
I'm a hooper. But
You're not passionate about it like that quite yet, or just not at all. You just like playing.
I just like playing, something to do.
Yeah.
You know, keep your mind off stuff. But probably like kind of based off what Preston said, I want to do like either like something in creative or like production, like to be like a production director. I feel like that'd be pretty cool.
Because you help with production now, don't you? You
Yeah.
take pictures, or you do cameras now. That's
yeah, I
what
do
you were with me.
Yeah, I learned jib. I did that like once, and then I started learning Romer. That was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but something with that. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know yet if I want to go to college. If I do want to go to college, like if I decide to go to college, I want to go like in some kind of like tech area of college.
Yeah, that's a good field. That's where the world's going. I think me going out of high school, I had no idea what I wanted to do, and even to this day, I mean, I have a vision of what I want to do, like where I want to go, but there's no college degree for it. You know, and when I got out, I did like 2 semesters of college, and I ended up just dropping out because I was just like, I don't even know what I'm doing. Like, I don't want to waste my time. But I think I always like advise people, if you're gonna go to college, know what you're gonna do. You know, if you need the degree, then go do it. You know, but don't. It's gonna be a waste of time if you don't know. Like, you should either one, like put thought to it, or just jump into the field that you want. You know?
Wait, what do you do right now?
So right now I'm an auditor. I work for so the company I work for, they install like the doors for like Sam's Club and like Walmart, Target, all the big stores, like the garage doors that they receive stuff from.
Yeah.
So we work on that, but I work in like the financial side.
Mm.
And then I kind of weaseled my way into that job. That's not what I want to do, but what I want to do is like be a creative as well. Like I just have a creative niche, and I always just want to do creative things. One of our dreams that we want to do, me and Lex, is open like a studio that's for creatives. And the studio will have literally anything and everything that you could think of, every expression that you could think of. Like, we'll have a section for podcasting, we'll have a section for art, we'll have a section for music, we'll have a section for like making clothes, like any way you can express your art and creativeness, cameras, production, stuff like that. So just a creative space like that. Like, that's one of my dreams to do, but also just see the world. Like, that's something I really want to do in life.
I feel like a lot of people are like getting more into like expressing themselves like in creative and stuff. Like I feel like I see it a lot on social media. Like a lot of people are like getting into that. Yeah, that's really cool. Like I feel like a lot of people are like wanting to express themselves.
Yeah, it's a really interesting way, especially being on cameras. Like in production, the way I fell in love with it is because I found a way to like it is an expression. It's an art expression, and you can worship through a camera, like seeing putting shots through a camera, like and it is an art form. It's really cool. It's a very unique art form. It's different, but it's really cool. Yeah. But yeah, we'll kind of we'll land the plane there, and we'll end this episode. But I just want to thank you guys for coming out here, hanging out with the guys, and having an episode of just us. It was really dope, and just getting to know a little bit about y'all and seeing the kind of side of influence that you guys carry. I think the episode kind of was self-explanatory with the influence. You know, you guys are yourselves. Y'all are chill. Y'all are hanging out. You're always just being goofy, chilling out, you know? But dude, think about the YouTube channel. All of y'all, like, y'all could definitely do that for real. If y'all start a YouTube channel, it could blow up. Y'all could make money off of that.
It would be cool.
Yeah.
It would be fun. Yeah.
That would be dope, dude. But
we'll see.
Thank you guys. Appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir.
All of you guys. Thank you guys. We are gonna head out and take these guys back, and they're gonna hang out for the rest of the day. But thank you guys for watching. Until next time, see things from a higher view, and peace out.
We out.